Hi, Founder fans. Jason here, and today's founder is Adam Stephen. Adam Stephen had immigrated to Virginia from England as a younger man, where he opened up a medical practice, but more importantly, for us, he started participating in the Virginia militia, and he made his way up and became an officer in that militia. And he was actually serving under George Washington at Fort Necessity when they accidentally started the French and Indian War, aka the 7 Years' War, as it was called everywhere else in the world, which Winston Churchill famously called the First World War. Whoopsie daisy, George Washington. But Adam Stephen was with him, and Stephen was later with Washington on the Braddock expedition, which was kind of a disaster, but redeemed Washington's reputation when he successfully led a retreat back to the capital of Virginia. So after Washington resigned his commission from the Virginia militia, Adam Stephen took over and was essentially one of the main leaders of the Virginia militia in the days leading up to the Revolutionary War. And at that point, well, Stephen was certainly a great candidate to be named as a Major General in the Continental Army when they formed it, and therefore he was named as a Major General in the Continental Army. And for all intents and purposes, he did very well. He served very well for the first several years of the war, but then the Battle of Germantown broke out. The Battle of Germantown was an extremely foggy day, and when you add in the smoke from the guns and cannon, it was extraordinarily difficult to see. So Adam Stephen was trying to rendezvous with Nathaniel Greene, but didn't make it, and he ends up running into what he thought were British soldiers. So he had his men fire at them, and those men fired back because they were being fired on. But it turns out it wasn't British soldiers. No, it was Anthony Wayne and his men. And luckily, the both sides retreated pretty quickly, but this was not great. And both the Continental Army and the Continental Congress were very embarrassed by this whole affair, and they looked for someone to blame. And then it came to light that, well, Adam Stephen might have been a little bit drunk while he was running this campaign, and therefore Adam Stephen was the one that they blamed. Now, I don't want to defend Stephen, though I will note that a lot of people drank a lot of alcohol back then. It was often looked at as safer than water. Water could make you sick, and alcohol generally didn't. And he may have accidentally had one too many, but either way, it does appear he was a wee bit more intoxicated than he should have been during this battle. So, he was given a court-martial, and he was cashiered out of the army. Now, it hurt his reputation, but didn't destroy it. Actually, Stephen ends up going out to what is now West Virginia, but then Western Virginia, and he starts the town of Martinsburg, and actually a few other former major generals end up moving out that way too. Horatio Gates and Charles Lee, who also don't have necessarily the best reputations historically as far as major generals go, but that area was a nice little spot for them to hang out apparently. And as I said, Stephen's reputation wasn't totally destroyed because a few years before his death, he went to the Virginia Ratification Convention where he voted for and supported the United States Constitution. So that's the story of Adam Stephen. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely hit like on your way out. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I put out videos like this 5 days a week. Thank you so much, and I'll be back with another founder for you tomorrow.